A little snail used its slime to write a big message on a dark reef. Lift wanted around the world. The little fish nearby laughed mercilessly at its wish, but in the next moment, the fish became a meal for a seagull. This snail, determined to see the world, once tried boarding a departing cargo ship. Yet, after hundreds of failures, it returned to the same dark rock, exhausted and heartbroken. Watching the ships disappear into the horizon, it was devastated. That's when it thought of writing an advertisement for help on the rock. It waited through the night, but no passing ship noticed. Just as it was about to give up and rest, a whale emerged from the darkness, offering the snail a ride. Overjoyed, the snail climbed onto the whale's tail and began the adventure it had always dreamed of. Together, they swam alongside schools of fish, brushed past jellyfish, and admired stunning coral reefs. They even ventured into a mysterious underwater cave. The inexperienced snail grew nervous as a group of sharks suddenly surrounded them. The sharks charged with malicious grins, but the whale swatted one away with its powerful tail, sending it flying 100 meters. The remaining sharks persisted, but the whale effortlessly fought them off one by one. However, their path was blocked by a narrow cave opening, giving the sharks a chance to close in. Just as danger loomed, the whale forced its way through, leaving a large rock to seal the cave behind them. They narrowly escaped and surfaced in shallow waters, where the snail witnessed breathtaking scenes it had never seen before. But the ocean is unpredictable. A sudden storm brought thunder, lightning, and towering waves. Terrified, the little snail clung tightly to the whale, but a massive wave swept it off the whale's tail into the deep sea. Realizing the snail was missing, the whale quickly dove to save it. The snail, overwhelmed by fear and the swirling water, fainted. Thankfully, the whale caught the unconscious snail and swam to the icy shores of Antarctica. Though shivering from the cold, the snail couldn't help but smile at the sight of adorable penguins. At night, they marveled at the starry sky together. By day, they admired magnificent landscapes. Their days were filled with carefree exploration and simple joys. One day, a speedboat roared past, startling the whale. It was a speedboat race, and the deafening noise disoriented the whale, causing it to lose its sense of direction. Amid the chaos, the whale accidentally swam ashore and became stranded on the beach. The little snail tried with all its might to push the whale back into the sea, but it was far too small to make any difference. Just then, the sound of a school bell rang in the distance, sparking an idea. The snail began a long, determined crawl toward the source of the sound. After climbing towering stairs and crossing fields, it neared the schoolyard. A sudden seagull swooped down, startling the snail, which leapt into the schoolyard fence. The seagull tried to follow but was flung away by a passing swing. The snail picked up a leaf and approached a little boy for help but was flicked away. It then sought help from another boy at a seesaw, only to be flung into the air again. Undeterred, the snail finally crawled onto a chalkboard and used its slime to write a large message. The children, led by their teacher, followed the snail's instructions and found the stranded whale on the beach. The teacher called a rescue team, and everyone worked together. The children dug sand, firefighters poured water, and even the snail did its small part. Despite their efforts, the whale grew weaker. A little girl hugged the snail and said her goodbyes to the whale. Just then, the tide rose, and the whale's eyes opened once more. With the rising waters and everyone's help, the whale returned to the sea. After saying goodbye to the villagers, the whale and snail resumed their journey. 2 years later, they returned to the same dock where it all began. The little snail, now a world traveler, left its old friends speechless. As the snail recounted its grand adventure with the whale, everyone gathered around, listening in awe to its tales of courage, friendship, and discovery.